Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about last call for Drizly, Uber to shut down alcohol delivery app. Focus on Uber Eats. So 3 years ago, Uber bought Drizly, which Drizly is an alcohol delivery app. And anybody who's ever delivered alcohol on Doordash UberEats and Grubhub may have actually seen the Drizly tag. And this was a huge source of income for us because using alcohol orders overall cost 30% more on customers. They actually made drivers more money because of the tips, and they were overall good for the apps. But now Drizly is getting shut down entirely. So with that said, I want to go over everything that's being said in this article, how it actually is for Uber, Uber Eats, Drizly, as well as other apps that were receiving Drizly orders and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. It's closing time for the alcohol delivery app Drizly. Uber, which acquired the company 3 years ago for $1.1 billion, has announced it will shutter the service in March 2024, multiple sources report. They did something similar to Postmates, actually. They bought the company and then they kind of just absorbed it into their own app. Drizly, on the other hand, is doing the opposite, to where they're not keeping it open and just sending it to other delivery apps. They're just shutting it down entirely. Uber had planned to integrate Drizly into the Uber Eats app while continuing to maintain a separate Drizly app, but those integrations may have hit a roadblock due to the inherent differences in the way the two businesses operated, according to Axios. Unlike Uber, Drizly doesn't hire or contract delivery workers, but provides tech to enable liquor stores to offer their own deliveries. It's actually very similar to City Hive, where on City Hive they act as a white label service. The liquor store can set up their own website, set up their own products, even tobacco products, and then they can outsource the delivery to one of the third-party apps. In this case, it would just go straight to Uber, but that's not happening anymore. I'm actually surprised that they didn't do the same thing to Postmates, because Postmates is its own delivery service in itself. Drizly also caused problems for Uber when it came under FTC scrutiny for flawed security measures, which resulted in a 2020 hack that impacted 2.5 million customers. While the hack happened before Uber's 2021 acquisition of Drizly, the resulting FTC investigation led to a series of new data controls for the company that restricted the types of customer information it could collect and retain. 2.5 million customers that had information on the app that no longer is allowed to keep, according to the FTC. That sucks, but why wouldn't it earn scrutiny for that reason? If you're letting my data just go to anybody, even if it was a hack, why should I trust my information in your hands? Heck, I don't even trust my information in a lot of people's hands. And throughout all this, Uber continued to build out the partnerships and offerings for its Uber Eats service, including alcohol delivery. After 3 years of Drizly operating independently within the Uber family, we decided to close the business and focus on our core Uber Eats strategy of helping consumers get almost anything from food to groceries to alcohol, all on a single app, said Pari Dimitri Gorkody, Uber's SVP of delivery, in a statement shared with several media outlets. We're grateful to the Drizly team for their many contributions to the growth of the beverage alcohol delivery category as the original industry pioneer. Think about that for a second. Postmates was the same thing. I don't think a lot of people get that. A lot of the companies that Uber bought were the pioneers of what they do. Drizly was the first in the alcohol delivery industry. Postmates was the first in the overall delivery industry. That's insane. But that just goes to show, just because you're the first doesn't mean you're the best. Or you could stay the best. You know what I'm saying? This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. Drizly was a significant aspect of income for Doordash UberEats and Grubhub drivers that opted into alcohol delivery, because the order sizes were 30% more, which led to 30% more tips for the drivers. Yeah, there was some headache with the actual ID verification, but that wasn't too hard to accomplish. Obviously, Drizly went through some stuff and Uber ended up buying it for $1.1 billion. But overall, I think this is going to be a good move for Uber specifically. DoorDash has their own alcohol options. Grubhub is gonna get a little heat for it, but overall they have their own alcohol options. And Uber should really focus on creating their own customer base, not necessarily building out a separate customer base within a customer base, within their company family, I guess you can call it. Now, where are the customers that are operating on Drizly going? I would assume that Uber's gonna find a way to funnel the customers on Drizly into Uber, but let's say they already have Dash Pass or they already have Grubhub Plus, they're gonna go to them. Now, if those same customers had Uber One, they're gonna go to Uber themselves, but that's assuming a lot. I think that this was a good move for Uber, assuming that the customers on Drizly are going to maintain their income that way, are going to keep money coming in that way, assuming that Uber is going to keep the customer base, or at least the large majority of it. Either way, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.